John Les here of Les Archery Adventures. Series testing, successful hunting. Today I'm going to be testing another head by MAGNUS. MAGNUS puts out a lot of really good broadheads, and they become a favorite around the country, around the world in recent years, all made right here in the USA. And all of them have just done really well, and they have a remarkable lifetime warranty. But today I'm going to be checking out the Stinger Buzzcut 150 grain. So a little bit heavier than most of the ones that I've tested. I'm going to put it to the test using my regimen for 2026. And for a detailed description of that, please check out the video I posted earlier this year called 2026 Broadhead Test Process, and it'll explain it all to you. I'm going to be using my Elite Eon Compound bow for most of the shooting, set at 26.5-inch draw and 62 pounds. I'm using Bishop Archery arrows at 450 grains, and I'm also using my Ravin LR XBow. Let's zoom on in here, check out this Stinger Buzzcut 150 grain, and then put it to the test. Here's a good look at this 150 grain Buzzcut. I appreciate my buddy Alan Kitzeber giving me a pack of these to test. He donated a bunch of different broadheads for me to test, and these were included in them. So thank you, Alan. I really appreciate that. We all benefit from that. Let's start with the materials. The blades are stainless steel, the main blade as well as the bleeder, and the ferrule, I believe, is aluminum. I can't find it listed anywhere, so I believe it's aluminum. As for the dimensions, the cutting diameter of the main blade is 1 1/8 inches, and the cutting diameter of the bleeders is 3/4 of an inch. The main blade, it's really long, and you can see it's pretty narrow there, but it's 0.048 inches thick. So nice thickness to it to give it extra durability. And you can also see that it's got a tanto tip to it, just that extra angle to it to give it extra durability as well. The length is 2.18 inches. So this is a head that kind of follows the Ashby principle of mechanical advantage, as they, I think, misinterpret and misapply that. But still, I think this gradual angle is going to aid in penetration in some mediums, in more liquid-based mediums, of which most of an animal are. It's going to aid in penetration. In drier mediums, like say hide and bone and some ligament, it's not, because there's going to be more surface friction to it that's going to hinder the penetration. One of the things that's great about all MAGNUS heads is their warranty. No questions asked warranty. You get it replaced for any reason. You shoot it into a rock, get it replaced. I could get it replaced after all my testing. Shoot it in the center block, get it replaced. That's really nice. Now this is the Buzzcut, which means they have this serration to it there, which they really like, because they say it aids in slicing, like a serrated knife blade, that when you're slicing a steak or something, it just aids in it, creates more surface area, and so it doesn't need to be sharpened as much, and it maintains that extra edge in between those little circles, little divots of the serration. The price of these comes out to $17.35 per broadhead. Really look forward to putting it to the test and seeing how it performs. With the Elite Eon at 45 yards, you got the solid 9 ring. And with the Ravin at 45 yards, it drilled the bullseye. The sound was rated as an 8.5 on a 10-point scale, whereas a field point gets a 10 on a 10-point scale. It took 199 grams of force to cut through the wire, which is a 10 on a 10-point scale, plus a proportional bonus of 0.01 for being under the threshold of 200. It penetrated 7 inches. It took an additional 71 grams of force to cut through the wire after penetration test 1, which is an 8.58 on a 10-point scale. It penetrated through 51 layers, which is an 8.26 on a 10-point scale. The head's in excellent shape after the 3 shots through the MDF. and it's still in excellent shape after the 2 shots through the sheet of steel. It made nice holes there, and the only damage was that the tip got a little bit blunted, and there's a tiny bit of edge shatter on some of the blades, but otherwise in near perfect condition. Here it is after all the durability testing, and man, it did a lot better than I thought it would, given its really long blade. It held together perfectly well through the MDF, through the steel plate, almost perfect. The tip just got slightly blunted. And then into the cinder block, you can see the ferrule got bent there and separated a bit, and then the blade got curved down, folded over just a little bit, but man, that's not very much. And you can see the spin is affected by pretty impressive durability overall. So what'd you think? Hey, it just performed solidly, right? I mean, just every area performed relatively well, got a solid score. And I can see why people like this Broadhead. But hey, you check out the score sheet and see how it performed in the areas that matter to you the most, and see if it might be a good fit for you and your hunting needs. And stay tuned for the overall cumulative score of this Broadhead, as well as the corresponding Lusk grade. And also stay tuned for a list of all the discount codes I can offer just to help you save some money in the field. Hey, thanks so much for tuning in. Look forward to seeing you next time.